You could grate some pecorino romano on here or some other cheese, but I don't recommend it. But the prosciutto here, you already have a nice balanced dish of greens and beans. All right, classic Italian wintertime cooking, making greens and beans. But what do you do with your leftover crudo? This is prosciutto crudo from Parma, Italy. I buy this at Raganese Imports, Italian deli in Albany on New Scotland Avenue. Now, you can also get just regular prosciutto di Parma from Petey Brothers, Italian specialty foods in Rotterdam, or you could go to Capri Imports Italian Deli, or you could go to La Gioia on the north side of Schenectady, or you could go to Gabriel's Supermarkets and buy your prosciutto di Parma. But what I like to do, the crudo is normally really soft. It's still soft. But what I like to do after it's been sitting around a couple days is I will get a bunch of rainbow kill. This is rainbow kill in here. And I will add to that these Sicilian red chilies. You can see a few of them in there. Right there. And some garlic cloves. And bay leaves. And got some cumin, cannellini beans. In here, there is a little bit of Sicilian sea salt, some cracked black pepper. I also have these Italian seasonings that we're going to sprinkle over that. Get that right in there. And I got a little bit of teaspoon of sugar, a little bit of red wine vinegar. You could add that balsamic over there if you want to. Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Got to have that in there. All right, and onion powder, garlic powder in here. All right, so all you got to do then is just scatter your crudo, your prosciutto Parma crudo on top here, as such. I've already got in the bottom of the pressure cooker about a cup and a half of low sodium chicken broth. Why make greens and beans with nothing except water? Water will dilute your flavor. And now that we got, I'll save a piece to eat. But now that we've got that all in there and everything's in, and over here we've got some goodies from Raganese, these fresh little baby mozzarella balls with tomato that they make by hand. We got some Sicilian olives. So at that point, all you have to do, get your lid on your pressure cooker. Make sure that it's the dowser up here is closed. You want that in a closed position right there. And you then set a setting. I'm going to choose 35 minutes and the stew setting. And then what you want to do is just hit your start button. You can see that this will begin to count down. And after 30 minutes, you've got greens and beans. This magnificent Italian classic dish of greens and beans goes back, it's rooted in peasant food, regional Italian cuisine, with dishes like fave e cicoria, fava beans, and chicory. The American version evolved from Italian immigrants that came here from southern Italy. They brought with them recipes that they adapted from the local ingredients, often made with inexpensive greens like escarole and beans. And it can be prepared this way. I prepared it halfway, like a soup, a stew, and it can be served over rustic Italian bread. And when you take the rustic Italian bread, what you want to do is slice it a little bit thick, and you want to toast that in your toaster oven or under your broiler. But I wanted to give you a little history. I always try to give you a little history when I make these classic Italian dishes. All right, here we go. Greens and beans. Look at that yumminess. Get that all stirred in there. Yes, sir. Looks good, right? Delicious. And, you know, these Sicilian hot chili peppers, you can take them out and put them to the side as well as the bay leaves and then serve it up. I would strongly suggest that. You don't want anybody biting into a bay leaf and swallowing that, or having one of these very hot chili peppers. There's only 4 in there, maybe 3 or 4, and 3 bay leaves. So that's all you got to take out. And there you have classic Italian greens and beans made in the pressure cooker at home. 30 minutes is what it ran for, 35 minutes, and it looks great. All right, you could grate some pecorino romano on here or some other cheese, but I don't recommend it. But the prosciutto here, you already have a nice balanced dish of greens and beans. And I took the bay leaves out, but I left the Sicilian dried chilies in here because I like to bite into them. We hope you enjoyed this video from Taste of Schenectady and Beyond magazine. Go to our website, tasteandshopusa.com. Ciao. Mangia, mangia.